Welcome back to Space Castle Saturdays, where a grown-ass man and his jammies, that's me, DT, goes about recreating that cozy feeling of my childhood of getting up early on the weekends to play a video game I am excited about. And today we are going to be playing Mario Paint on the Switch 2. So this game originally came out in 1992, if you can't tell, for the Super Nintendo. It was actually developed by R&D 1, not to be confused with the very famous R&D 4, largely headed by Shigeru Miyamoto, the team who created all of the Mario games and so forth. This was sort of a surprise to a lot of people who had a Super Nintendo. I never owned this game. I had friends that owned it, so I had to play it at people's houses and like babysitters' houses and stuff, but I never had a copy of it. I haven't played it since it came out in 1992. I'm not going to do the math on how old I was when it came out, but I'm excited to jump in. I haven't looked at any like guides or anything. I'm literally just going to jump in here and mess around with this. We're going to see what happens. But yeah, it came out in 1992 across the world. I think the last version to come out was EU, and that was only towards the end of 1992. Everything else came out in the summertime. It sold 2.3 million copies and still remains one of the highest selling Super Nintendo games ever. The director, who was also the head artist for the game, was Hirofumi Matsuoka. And yeah, it kind of surprised a bunch of people. It got some really weird, strange reviews that we'll talk about as we jump in. I do remember this. You have to catch Mario in order to start the game. But in the meantime, you can click on the different letters in Mario Paint and they do different things, which is pretty awesome. So we'll go ahead and goof around with this for a little. I remember this was a bomb. Yeah. And this is actually my first time using the Switch 2 Joy-Cons as a mouse. No, it's actually warning me right now that I need to put it back on the table. So yeah, I have not had a chance to try out the mouse functionality of the Joy-Cons for the Switch 2 yet. So that's also a cool thing to mess around with. But yeah, remember you can turn that off. You hit the T. And then you can literally draw. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's cool. I remember that. Yeah, the Mario Paint staff. Graphic designer Hirofumi Matsuoka. He was the designer, the director, the lead artist. He just kind of went crazy on this, along with like obviously a composer and some programmers and whatnot. So, yeah. What did the A do? Yeah, A was Yoshi. The M. Oh, he's Little Mario. Well, we got him. All right, again, I have no idea what the F I'm doing. I have no idea what the F is going on right now, even. Is that like a loading screen for this? That's awesome. Okay, so here we are in the interface. We've got, I'm going to guess, a thin marker, a fat marker, a super fat marker. So like a stamp tool. I'm going to guess, in my limited knowledge of this, and also having grown up with a PC, that's probably a spray can. Okay, we got shapes. How do we go back? Is there a way to go back? I think the dog was like the undo button, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay, got our different color palettes, stamps. I don't know how to go back. How do I go back? Okay. Big old paint swatch brush. Okay, so that's our drag and drop, probably like our copy and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Probably eraser, I'm gonna guess. So it looks like stamp tool for letters. Animation. Remember, the music player was a big thing. If you were on the internet in the early 2000s, you probably know about Homestar Runner. And it kind of brought Mario Paint back from sort of obscurity in the early 2000s, because when Homestar Runner started in the early 2000s, it was like a flash animation series. It was all comedy and skits and jokes and whatnot. And the very first episode they ever... Yeah, I know, Nintendo. I'll put it back on the desk. I'm sorry. The first episode they ever did of Homestar Runner was like a quick animation of the character and the composed music using Mario Paint. You can still find it on YouTube. They keep threatening to bring back Homestar Runner, and I hope they do someday, because I really loved Homestar Runner, and I love Strong Bad Emails. I was in a computer class in high school, and like God, I can't remember what, it must have been Mondays, I think, a new Strong Bad emo, who was like the quote unquote villain of the series, would answer viewer emails, and it was the funniest thing ever. It was magical. Okay, so that is coloring book. All right. Let's mess with this a little bit. Monkey, happy birthday. No idea what we're doing. I don't know how to... Okay. I guess bomb is like our back button. I can't remember, there's like a fill can. Okay, so that's kind of our fill can, is the paintbrush. All right, that's rad. So like I said, this game came out, kind of surprised a lot of people, and there was some mixed reviews, honestly. A lot of people thought it was just absolute genius. Most people thought it was genius. But it got mixed reviews. There was some reviewers who just didn't quite understand the point. They didn't quite understand what it was supposed to be. I don't remember what Yoshi looks like. Shit. And they honestly saw a lot of limitations with doing something like this with the Super Nintendo hardware, and the sort of, in a weird way, like missed potential in using the Mario franchise for something like this. I think that's bullshit, because I know for a fact that this game launched the creative minds of a lot of animators and musicians and just artists in general. And I'm very thankful that, including the guys who made Homestar Runner, got their start goofing off with MS or Mario Paint. Like, that's awesome. We're gonna give Mario I know he's wearing the super cape, but we're gonna give him the fire flower gear. I don't know what I'm doing. This is rad though. Like I said, I never played this when I was a kid. Well, I played it when I was a kid. I never owned it as a kid. So this is all relatively new to me, which is pretty awesome. Mario's got blue eyes, right? So, all right, that's pretty cool. How do we do something else? I have a limited amount of room on my desk here, so I apologize if you're hearing the mouse clack on the desk. Not a lot I can do about that. I don't have like a big mat. I've got like a Wacom tablet here. I've got like a tilted erase board that I can draw on. I've got my keyboard, the camera set up, so there's not a whole lot of space, plus the Switch 2 and my capture device. So there's not a whole lot of room for me to move this around, so I do apologize. Let's see if we can figure out animation. I doubt it. Let's see. One thing that people complained about when this game came out was the loading times and the save times. I think it's charming by today's standards. I'm glad they didn't try and update it for the Switch 2, and they just kind of went with it. It's fun. It's neat. Let me see if I could draw anything at all with this mouse. Holy shit. No, let's go back. Thank you, dog. If you have fond memories of playing Mario Paint back in the day, leave a comment below. I would love to hear the thoughts of people who grew up playing this and had a copy as a kid and what it meant to you. Because like I said, it was kind of largely lost on me. Not for any particular reason. It wasn't like I was like not interested. I was always a really artistic kid. But like I said, I grew up in a house with a PC. So I was messing around with the early versions of Photoshop and stuff like that from a pretty young age. So a Mario Paint game was, I don't want to say rudimentary, because that sounds like me being an asshole. It just wasn't something I needed. Like, I didn't need that as an outlet for drawing and doing music and stuff. It was the PC that we had that was my tool for that. So, what does the Space Castle look like? Shit. What does your own creation look like, you freaking idiot? This is not bad using the Joy-Con as a mouse. I expected my hand to already be cramping up at this point, and it's actually not bad at all. So, okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Let's do the flag. I'll do a little shading too. Why not? But yeah, this is all relatively new to me, and this is pretty rad. I mean, I hope that this introduces a lot of kids to this. Honestly, I think it probably would have been smart if Nintendo said, like, hey, we're going to release this on the Switch 2 as a launch thing. Just so you can see how the mouse works. This is awful. I'm a terrible artist when it comes to the mouse. I haven't actually used a mouse in probably 20 years or more because I'm strictly a Wacom guy. I use a tablet for everything, even office work these days. So please forgive me. And I don't know how well this is doing with the surface of my desk either. I'm not entirely sure. But this is goddamn awful. This is super fun though, holy crap. But yeah, no, I hope that parents buy this and I hope they play it because they love the nostalgia factor, but I also hope that kids discover this game for the first time. Because this was an important game when it came out. It really was. Nope. Save me, dog. I love the little dog sound effect. It's genius. Okay. Let's do some stars, maybe? Yeah. Maybe like a cool purple planet. That'd be dope. I wonder if it has to just have to be... Oh, yeah, that's a slow load time. Let's go back. Does it have to be within the... Nope. Oh, that's actually kind of brutal. Let's just draw it by hand. Cool. Let's give it a ring too. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I remember seeing. Is there like a... Man, I want like that. Where's that grab tool? What happens if I hit this? No, we don't want to. I think I just wrecked it. No! Oh! It's not wrecked. All right, okay. That's cool. Can we grab this? Okay, cool. That's weird. Don't like that. No, let's... What if we... That's our grab tool. Okay, hold on. How do I... Man. I think we're just gonna have to drag it. Be my friend here, come on. Is it doing anything? I have no idea. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing yellow dots? What are we doing? I don't know. Why am I... Okay, let's... Can we do like a full black square across this? Man, it is really pushing the limits, even in emulation. What is it doing, like a line? That's not what I want at all. I want a square. Okay, that's better. I guess that's okay. So these things in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm learning as we're going, folks. These are all line tools, and I guess these are shape tools, and there's no like full-on like solid square tool. So okay, so what I want to do, all I want to do, I don't know why I copied this and rotated it. Okay, all I want to do is I want to take this and just like, can we just like, oh my god. Okay, so what it's doing is it's sampling that color. Weird. Why is it doing it upside down though? I would have never figured this out when I was a kid. Never ever. I would have never ever figured this out. I just wanted to do like a quick animation of like the space castle moving. But adult DT is not nearly as smart as kids were back in 1992, and that's perfectly fine and valid. Adult DT has drank a lot of beers and done a lot of other things that kids shouldn't do. So, all right, so we drew a space castle. I'm pretty happy with that. That's how I find it well. Yeah, let's see what else we can mess around with. We got like a stamp. All right, that's just a color stamp. Okay, does that make like a? Okay, like a. Okay, that's pretty cool. I guess. I was expecting like a character stamp for some reason. I don't know why. Like I said, this is definitely gonna be. Yeah, spray can. Cool. What does this do? I have no idea. I have no idea. I was. Nintendo, what you need to do with the Nintendo Online subscription is you need to have an option where we can open up maybe a browser-based copy of the instruction manuals, because I would love to actually just flip through the instruction manuals on the Switch too, but also like know what the F I'm doing. Maybe more coffee will help. Well, thank you for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying some coffee or Pop-Tarts or cereal or something while we're doing this nonsense. Okay, I am too dumb to figure this out. So, what's that do? I just want to click stuff. Oh no. Okay, we're done. It's time to move on. We're gonna go. What's this, like a Word document? What is this? Can you like make your own stamps? Oh, that's pretty rad, actually. Y'all know where I'm going with this already. I love the music. Symmetry be damned. Actually, it's pretty symmetrical. Wow. Damn, they need to put this soundtrack on the Nintendo Music app. That'd be cool. I'm feeling it. Nope. It's tough to draw a straight line with this thing across my desk. I'll say that. What's up, shading? Okay, save. Save it right there. Yeah, done. Let's do music, man. This is always the cool part that I can never figure out. I was never musically inclined. I always loved music growing up. And I wanted to learn an instrument when I was a teenager, so I chose bass guitar because I couldn't read or write music. I didn't know first thing about making music. I still don't, but bass guitar was easy and fun, so that's what I picked up. Big ups to my man Brian Colburn from My Weekly Mixtape, who is also a bass player, but actually knows things about music and probably knows other instruments too. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Well, that really doubles up. Okay, erase. I don't know why the first thing that popped in my head was the opening jingle from Secret of Mana. Yeah, that's it. It's not going to sound anything like that when I actually go. And so let's play it. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's stop. Can we scroll manually all the way back? That's awesome. That's very smooth. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on. I don't have the time. I only do these videos for about like an hour or so. So I won't try and get the tempo right, but I just really wanted to play around with this. So it's a boom, 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 boom. 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 There we go. Boom, 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 boom. I think note-wise, it's there. Close enough. All right, so if I click clear, will it clear everything? It will. Okay. Man, I remember you can go back and you can do like the different things to different sound effects and different notes and whatnot. That's awesome. That's super cool. And there was cat noises too, right? Stupid. Let's make it go real freaking slow. Oh, that's real slow. You can control the tempo and scroll on the fly. What was that guy talking about? The limitations, like the people who reviewed this game said there was limitations. Like this is pretty crazy for Super Nintendo. Pretty cool. I think I work on a new theme song for Space Castle right now. Is that a pig? Rad. Okay, let's go back. What's the robot thingy? All right, that's our options menu. Did music, mouse speed. Oh, okay, so that does make a significant difference. That's pretty cool. feels way different. Wow. Oh, that's cool. You can check out your artwork in like a framed situation. That's rad. Coffee. What is this? Oh, it's stuff. Oh, I remember this. Okay. This is the look busy at work thing. Yeah. Didn't they do like, they did kind of like, I tried to do a video of it, but the Switch 2 crashed my Elgato. But they had something similar to this in the Welcome to the Switch 2 app that everybody got pissed off about. I don't know what the hand is. It is like an extra life. Can I actually die while playing this? Oh. Oh, I can. Okay. Damn. This is me killing drain flies in my bathroom in the summertime. But bombs? Is there a way to quit? There's a way to quit. Okay. I'm done with that. I hope you guys are too. What else we got, man? This is dope. Right, this is drawing. I guess I could just draw on this, right? I feel like Yoshi needs a mustache too. Yeah. I have no idea what this does. Nothing. I don't know. Let's just do. Is there like just like a free draw? I guess that would kind of be like this. I guess I don't know. Animation Land. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I want like just like a free draw. You know what I mean? Like an empty space to draw in, as opposed to a coloring book. To the stamp. I don't need to do that again. Do letters. Why is it upside down? Wait, I'm wondering if doing that switcher thing messed me up with the animation one. I'm not sure. That's right side up. Let's try this again. I want to try this again. Okay, we're gonna do this. We'll do solid colors though. Actually, that's pretty cool. And again, I'm just messing around, guys. I'm sorry. This is just a wild, crazy game that I never really got the chance to play much as a kid. If you're new here, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, there's no way to just do like a straight fill now, is there? I think I'd ruin this. Okay. I wonder if... Yeah, it didn't come out upside down that time. Okay. But I do wonder if there's like... I'm curious, because like, would you have to like freehand every part of the animation here? I'm not entirely sure how that works. Because like if I wanted to... Like I said, like if I want to do like a space castle going across this outer space or something, would I have to just draw the castle every time? Ooh, that likes to jump around. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start over. Start over entirely. We're going to go back to... Okay, do the thing. Thank you. Game selection. We're going to start over. Let's just see if we can just do free draw. Where are you at, Mario? Got you. Got you the first try. You little bee. There's these weird dudes working out. Make those guys a character in Smash Brothers. Okay, free draw. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I want. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw the thumbnail for this video. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that right now. After I drink a little bit more coffee. That took a minute. Okay. There was a line tool. Wasn't there? Yes. Okay. There we go. I gotta say, 41-year-old DT is having quite a lot of fun with this. Probably more fun than I think 9-year-old DT did, honestly, or maybe 8. I don't remember when this game came out. So that's our back button. I'm gonna fill this up with Lello. That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna mess all this up. If I remember correctly, this came with the Nintendo mouse. I don't think there was a ton of games that actually were compatible with the mouse, though. I know they've gone back and retroactively made like the Nobunaga's Norinaga's Revenge games on online, Switch Online compatible with the mouse now. So, damn it, I hit the wrong thing. So you can actually go back and play those with the mouse, which I can't imagine playing an RTS game without a mouse, even on a console. That'd be crazy. I wonder if they should go back and like grab SimCity and SimAnt and SimEarth and do all those things with the mouse. That'd be cool. They need to do a lot of things with Switch Online, quite frankly. Whoops. This is coming out more like the state of Texas than the Space Castle. Let's see. That was not the right one. This was it. Ooh, that's sluggish. That's not me being slow. That's it taking a long time to figure out what I want it to do. Eesh, come on. I'm gonna make some adjustments as we go. Oh, come on. I don't know, maybe this isn't great for kids nowadays. I don't know. I think it'd be a cool thing for kids to like mess around with, but I don't know if kids today have that much patience. I have no idea. Oh no! It's gonna paint the... I didn't paint anything. That was weird. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can just do a straight line across. Does not want to do that. Okay, good enough. That looks not bad. I keep immediately forgetting where all the tools are. Okay. Let's see if this is gonna do what I want it to do. No, it's definitely not going to. I think I have to... Do you start at the center? You start at the center, okay. That's weird. If you're enjoying this, think about maybe liking and subscribing. What I'm not doing these videos, what I'm normally doing is like fun essay videos about nerdy stuff, about movies, video games, TV shows, and they all have like fun, I think fun, zany B stories attached to them. So something for everybody. You'll find that at Space Castle Show here on YouTube. Go take a look at that. I recently did a video about the Switch 2 that made a lot of people mad. Yeah. And then I did a video that was kind of talking about Fantastic Four, the new one that just came out. I expected that one to make a lot of people mad. Mixed responses on that one, which I'm okay with. I had mixed responses to the movie itself. Oh, nope. Did not like that. There we go. Let's get a little dicey on my desk here, trying to find the room to do this. I should have planned ahead better. Sorry. Man, it doesn't like those little gaps, does it? That's okay. I'd love to hook my Wacom tablet to this and just mess stuff up. It's actually the wrong color anyway. Let's go back. We want that dark blue though. Nope. I'm sure there's probably way better videos than this online of people playing with Mario Paint on the Switch 2. Feel free to go find one of those. Okay, we're getting somewhere. The mouse is having a little trouble reading the desk. The desk is pretty smooth, so maybe I need like a super flat surface to do this. I don't know. It's supposed to work on like your pant legs, but I'm in jammies, so I don't think that's really gonna work for me. I do wonder how Nintendo thinks people are gonna largely use the mouse. Because I know there's that basketball game, but I don't know how well the functionality works on your pant legs, and how many people are really gonna go out of their way to try and play games with mouse mode when there's controller mode right there. I don't know. It's kind of like the camera. The camera seems like a really good idea. There's not really any use for it just yet. It's kind of cool to like creep on your friends and like watch what they're playing in real time. But I don't know. I don't see a use for the camera just yet. But maybe there will be one soon. But I'm not a big Mario Party guy. I know. I'm sorry. So that may just be lost on me in general. Alright, now we've got the castle kind of good enough. Let's do a little flag here. Flag's very important. Alright. I think I better draw myself. Why not? I'm gonna see if I can get this Wacom tablet out of the way a little bit. This is gonna be quick and dirty, folks. Nope. Oh no. Oh no. My face isn't that wide. I see where I missed that little spot down at the bottom of the circle. Alright, is it gonna work this time? Yeah, rad. I guess my pajamas are like a dark blue. Yeah. I should have tried to do like a Bob Ross thing. Alright, so like here's the arm. I swear to God, I can actually kind of draw somewhat decently. Just not with a Nintendo controller as a mouse. This is super weird. Okay, let's see if we can do some hands. Not bad. We're getting there. It's okay. It's decent. Let's have me holding a, I don't know, NES controller, I guess. And give myself some hair. Again, the soundtrack is super fun, man. This is enjoyable. I kind of have like, I mean, my hair is largely like kind of shaped on the sides, but we're not gonna bother with that. My hair is much darker, but I don't want to do black on black because that'll just make me look like a floating half head. I'm going to give myself more of a chin just because it's my drawing and I can take artistic license. We can all dream. And I think I'm pretty happy playing this game, so. Nope. We get some eyebrow action. Here we go. Little line from my nose. Nope. Not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Do like my button down. Yeah. All right. Give my ear a little bit more definition there. That's pretty good. Little swoops for the hair. Let's do spray paint. Let's do a little bit of galaxy action. Because we're in space and all that. Some blues. I like the spray paint sound. What else? I think that's about it, guys. Like, yeah. We'll do a thick line across here. Oh, that's a big old thick boy line. We don't know. No, it's too thick. It's not what she said. Am I right, gents? Sorry for everybody who watches these with their kids. Can I get it? Yeah. All right. Man, that's really precise. Yeah, whatever, you know. I'm happy with it. And I think we're at, what, 45 minutes? I think that's more than enough time for Mario Paint on the Switch 2. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on Space Castle Saturdays. We're grown as man in his jammies. That's me, DT. Goes about recreating that awesome feeling of my childhood of getting up early on the weekends to play a video game I'm excited about. I'm really glad that Nintendo did this. I'm super psyched that they added this to their Switch Online. Keep adding more games to the Switch Online, please, Nintendo. Please. Everybody wants it. We want more. This is not bad. Cool. We got our thumbnail. We're good to go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll catch you whenever this happens again, or whenever another Space Castle video comes out. Yeah, be sure to come hang out in our Discord and stuff too. We're always doing fun stuff and goofing off over there. So You are all invited personally by me. But if you get out of line, I don't know. People get out of line all the time. That's not true. They're awesome. How do we go back? Okay, we go back. We filled that. Cool. I'm just going to keep on goofing off with this for a little while. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Hope it sets you up to have a great coming week. And I hope everybody just does awesome in everything they do in their lives. Happy trees, happy thoughts, all that Bob Ross stuff. See you guys later.